Welcome, beautiful beings, beautiful, divine, soul, heart-based beings to this sacred, divine space with me. Firstly, I wish to say thank you for all of your support, for all of your love, for all of your gratitude, whether you have expressed it openly in human form or whether it's just been by your energy, by your focus, your focus of divine love and gratitude for the divine love that comes through in the words that I speak, in the power of my voice, in the power of the divine love that comes through my voice. Thank you for all of this, even if you have not made yourself known in physical form, then on some level I am aware, all is aware of those who are living and expressing from the heart, who have chosen to love, who have chosen the path of love, ultimately love in all its forms, love that which is in the form of everything. All is divine love when seen from the perspective of the divine, of Source Creator, of Mother, Father, God, of creation and the supreme creator of all that is. All is love when seen from this loving perspective, from this loving energy of all that is. So for this I thank you. My divine self thanks you. My divine self honors you and is privileged by your presence. This sacred divine heart activation, as it has been gifted to me, is a new offering in this way. However, it is something something that a divinely given task, if you will, that I have been doing for eons, for lifetimes, just as different versions of self in various places, various realities, various planets, at different points in time, at different locations throughout space and time. Planting seeds is what I used to call it, and these planting seeds I now have been gifted with the knowledge, with the intuitive wisdom that what I was doing, what I had been divinely always divinely guided to do, was plant seeds into the hearts of those beings who crossed my path. For all of those who've crossed my path have been searching in some way, the same as I was searching myself in some way, and the searching was just a searching, a seeking, a wanting, a desiring of love in some way. I have come to understand it. These insights were gifted to me quite a while ago now. However, at that time I was understanding it, but from a more limited perspective back then. And when I say limited is not to cast judgment on my previous self, on those old versions of me. It was limited just in the fact that that perspective was limited, as in the perspective that I now choose to embody, that I now been gifted with as an embodiment, when embodied as my divine self, my true self aspect, such as now. That from this perspective is more expanded, therefore more aware. That is just simply more, because it is more divine. It is more of the divine, that to which we all have access if we choose to allow that access, if we choose to receive the energies of divine love, the frequencies of divine love, the vibrations of divine love, and all that encompasses with that access, with the choosing of that access. But yet first we have to believe that that level of love, that intensity of the energy of love is even possible. At one point I believed that I was a being of love, that was my true core vibrational energetic frequency, and I still believe that to be true. However, it is now more my perspective of what a being of love truly meant then was more limited than it is now. Every day we change, we transform, we either evolve, or in a sense sometimes we devolve. I have seen both an evolving and a devolving in those around me and those in the collective. The devolving, I have been informed by my intuitive guidance tells me, which is my divine guidance, I now know, tells me the devolving in a sense is when a being is gifted the opportunity of having a wound, whether they are aware of it or not, triggered, poked at by something in their external world. The external world projects something, displays something, expresses something, which the being then, the individual, because there is a wound, because there's a wound inside which is activated, you could say, is triggered by this external event. And the triggering is an opportunity for an activation. The activation is the growth. The triggering is merely the catalyst for growth, the catalyst for change in that sense. However, the trigger becomes a hindrance if the individual, the being who's being triggered, chooses to stay in the triggered trauma response and react in an emotional way, therefore projecting their own distortion, their own emotional distorted dysfunction, emotions, energy back onto that in the external, that which in the external is simply a projection of their wounded self, attempting to highlight that there is something within, possibly a blind spot, likely a blind spot, that their conscious was, as of yet in that present moment, unaware of. However, the subconscious is always aware. The subconscious never sleeps. The subconscious is always awake, recording and storing. And if, as we generally do not take it upon ourselves, as we have not been shown when younger how to allow the subconscious, give the subconscious space to fully express the emotions that we feel each and every single moment, every single present now, every single day. These emotions, when they're not fully expressed, are suppressed and oppressed. They are hidden and buried by us. And if they're not allowed to fully express and then to be brought into the light, the wounded self that is wanting desperately to be able to express the emotion of whatever the wounding, the traumatic event that's caused the wounding has triggered the emotion, that if that emotion is suppressed and therefore the wounding is not allowed to be fully expressed, is not allowed to come back into the light, is not allowed to be brought into a place of balance and peace and harmony within, and therefore is suppressed into a feeling, a state of separation, that shadow is formed. That shadow then wreaks havoc within us, within the wholeness of us, because we are choosing to separate, isolate a piece of us we are living in a perspective of stating that a piece of us, a wounded piece of us, a hurt piece of us, a piece of us that is in pain, an aspect of us that is in pain, that was hurt by something. It does not matter really who or what we perceived hurt us. It's just that something inside of us is hurting and is in pain, and by us not expressing this or choosing to allow this to be expressed for whatever reason, it stays hurting, in pain and hidden, and then we make this part of us wrong and feel wrong. We blame it, we shame it, we feel guilty for having it, because it causes us to act out and behave in ways that are unnatural to us, that are uncomfortable for our true self, our divine self to live in. These ways, they feel uncomfortable, these behaviours, these self-sabotaging, self-loathing, self-abusive behaviours feel uncomfortable to our being, to our body, because they are love. Divine love is our natural state. Harmony and peace is our natural divine state. Living in a perspective of the perspective, from the perspective, completely, fully, wholly, 24/7, in a space of divine love, of divine joy, of divine freedom, of divine truth, of divine abundance, of peace, inner peace, because there is a wholeness, because there is a complete alignment of all of us, which means allowing all of those shadows aspects, those wounded aspects, those hurt and in pain parts of us to come fully into the light, to be brought up from the depths of us where they have been hidden and tucked away for so very long, to bring those aspects of us up. Sometimes you have to handhold them, sometimes you have to carry them, sometimes you have to spend ages, spend some time earning their trust, regaining their trust, as we have been blaming that part of ourselves and shaming that part of ourselves and rejecting and abandoning that part of us for so long. And when we allow, when we choose to come back, to evolve into, when we choose to allow the triggering to be what it truly is, which is a potential, an opportunity, an invitation, as an activation for growth into another part of us, growth as an evolving into the wholeness of us, and evolving back into a return to the newest state, the newest version of us, back into a state of alignment with divine love, which is the wholeness of us. We are a divine spark. We are the divine in a dense form. The human physical is a dense energy, a heavy energy. And sometimes just this feels unnatural to those that are of a higher, a higher energetic vibration. Naturally, we all have this aspect of us that we all have access to. We are all capable. We all have the freedom of free will. Even when we appear that we do not, we are all able to make the choice. Is this love or is this not love? Do I choose to see this and experience whatever is happening in my external through the eyes of love? Because when we can come to a place of divine love, perspective, of all, in all, no matter what, it allows us to have compassion, but to have compassion, to authentically, truly have compassion, divine compassion for all, including ourselves. We have to come to a place of forgiveness of all, including ourselves. Coming from that space, we can then have compassion, because it's only when we truly forgive can we come back into a space of alignment. It's only when we are able to forgive ourselves for rejecting ourselves, for abandoning ourselves, for abusing and loathing ourselves for so long because of the beliefs and the judgments and opinions of others who are also abandoning and rejecting themselves, as they refused, as they chose to live in fear rather than to live in love. You cannot truly love another unless you truly love yourself. You cannot truly accept another unless you truly accept yourself. And this is all part of that process. That divine process in coming home to that which is us at our core, at our soul, our true self, our divine self. This part is reaching out to you now. This is an invitation to allow that part back in, allow that part to embody more into us, to receive the love from that aspect of ourself. It is there sitting within the heart, within the sacred divine heart, waiting, guiding, communicating. It is always sending messages, but those messages, those signals, those signs, they are subtle, they are gentle, because they are of love. Love is not forceful or controlling or judgment or opinions or aggression or fear. Love is love. It is only ever encouraging, nurturing, caring, kind. And if you're truly able to open up and receive this planting of this seed, if you allow and choose to embody love and allow this seed to grow, if you choose to nurture and care for it as you would a child, as you must do your child self, because that's what this seed is partly representing, is the child self, in allowing that child wounded self of us to grow and come back into a state of alignment with the adult, with the more grown up or older, biologically older part of us, bringing all parts of us into alignment with who we are right here, right now, with not what we do, not with who we show to the world, but who we truly are, who we know ourselves to be inside, even if it's only ourselves that we have ever allowed to show this aspect to. It is all part of the process. But the choosing of love in each and every moment, whenever we are able to consciously, intentionally, authentically show love to ourselves, the world will show love back to us. And in love is strength, is protection, is freedom, is abundance, is alignment, is harmony, is peace. In love, we can truly be who we truly are, without fear, without judgment, without anxiety, without separation. All of that heavy denseness, whatever we term it as, whatever we decide to call it, falls away, it dissolves, it transmutes, it transforms. And this can be done in an instant. It just depends on how long we choose or have chosen from our soul perspective for this process to take. Allow the essence of love, of divine love in the words, in the energy of the words that I speak using my powerful, healing, loving voice. It is the voice of me, yet it is the voice of so much more. It is the voice of divine love coming through me, for you, for us, for the world, for the collective, for the divine, for the highest, best, divine, good intentions of the all, for the all. Only and ever, everything that I do, I devote and have committed to this intention, this divine truth. For me, this divine truth is the divine truth that will set us all free. For in this divine truth, in this sacred divine heart activation, the divine truth is that all that exists is only divine love. It's just a choice of which perspective we choose to live, we choose to embody, we choose to allow to receive by us, we choose to allow to be received from us, to be expressed from us. Projection is just a choice of expression in its dysfunctional state. When we project, we are projecting our dysfunction, our distorted emotional dysfunction onto another or onto ourselves. expression is the expression of our true, authentic self, which I have come to know as divine self. Divine self is an full embodiment of divine love, and divine love is all, is the energy of all. All is love, love is all. On some level we are all aware of this, we all know this, yet we reject it, we abandon it as we have rejected and abandoned ourselves. However, with this sacred divine heart activation, we are choosing to love ourselves again, to accept ourselves again, to even acknowledge that there is another part of us, within us, crying out for attention, for love. It has been starved and suppressed for so long. It wishes to come back. It wishes to be soothed. It wishes to be comforted. It wishes to be seen and heard. I see you, I hear you, the divine says. The essence of divine love says, you are all seen, you are all heard, you are all felt. All aspects of you. It is time for you to see, hear and feel yourselves, all aspects of you. And in doing so, you will come home more to the divine love within you. You will come to know yourselves more as the divine love self that you are, that you have always been and that you shall always be, as an eternal divine being of divine creator. That which is divine love, that which is all, is within you. You are powerful, you are magnificent, you are beautiful, you are amazing, you are a miracle, you are divine, you are a divine miracle in physical form. And I am so very grateful and happy that you are here. Thank you for sharing this sacred, safe, loving, nurturing, divine space with me, with us, with divine love. Go in peace, go in joy, go in love. Express, share who you truly are. For you are worthy, you are enough, you are love. You are all you have ever wanted, desired and searched for. It is all within you because you are it. Divine love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Om Shanti. The divine spark in me honors and recognizes the divine spark in each of you. Thank you for that. I hope you all felt, as I felt, the essence of pure unconditional divine love coming through in that message, coming through in the words, in the energy in the words, coming through my voice. Thank you for sharing this sacred divine heart activation. Ensure to drink water Be kind and gentle to yourselves, as this activation can shuffle things around. I have already set the intention. I have trust and faith that whoever needed to hear this, whoever is ready and open, and it'll only be those of a certain vibration, a certain frequency that will find this, that will be gifted the gift of this activation from the divine. Those who are already heart-based, those who already know themselves to be heart-based, who are ready for more embodiment of divine love, and who will be able to already feel and know these energies, these frequencies, these vibrations on some level already. This is just your divine self speaking to you as divine love through my divine self as divine love. And with that, I shall leave it there. Thank you so much. If you wish, this is going out as a free activation for, like I say, all of those who are ready to receive this and who are open to receiving this in accordance with their divine self, my divine self, the divine love, the Mother, Father, God, Source, Creator of all that is, the essence and energy of divine love itself. This is fully divinely protected and guided and gifted in that way for the highest, greatest, best divine good intentions of the all, for the all, only, ever and always. If anyone wishes, desires, feels called to book a one-to-one session of something similar, another sort of a divine transmission, a sacred divine heart activation, then please contact me by any of the details on the links included within the description. There'll be some links there. I am truly grateful for sharing and co-creating and holding. It was an honor to have held space for you all and for myself, those aspects of myself that need space holding, and for the divine energies, divine love. I thank you for co-creating this shared space with me, this shared activation space with me, with us. I thank you for your support, for the love that I feel already in this space. This message, this transmission, this activation is timeless. It will come to you in divine timing, which is the perfectly, divinely aligned, right time for you. And I look forward to sharing space with you again sometime, someplace. Enjoy in the upliftment, in the IAMpowerment of the collective all. I wish you peace. I wish you love. I wish you freedom.